come on, come on. Oh no. La da 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 da. Alright, there we go. There we go. Ah, tech problems. Man. Mm-hmm. Let me fix this. Mm-hmm. Oh, Blackheart, hey, what's up? How are you? How's your day been? Thick waifus? I wouldn't say they're like thick. Hey, hi Blade Slayer, how are you? Oh my goodness. So what's this we're doing? We're actually doing a visual novel today. Yeah. Cathlas wanted me to continue playing this game, so I'm gonna finish it. Well, no, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it today. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to do it. Because last time I played this game, I didn't give it like a fair shake. I got really stressed out and I had to end stream because my dad went into the hospital. Yeah, he's okay right now. He's okay. Yeah. So I didn't really get to fully enjoy this game. I had to quick stream really early for this. Ooh woo. What are you ooh woo? Nothing's happened. What? Mhm. Oh my god. 5. Hold on. Looks okay. People's thought. Hasn't gotten to the good parts yet, I guess. I don't think so. I mean, I'm basically letting chat make decisions, and last time there was a chance like to make out, and you guys chose to do something else, and it just ended up being so fucking wholesome. When you could have just been aggressive, but you didn't do it. So it's on chat. I might save it for VR chat though. Yeah. Could have gone with super secret option number 3. I don't know what that option would be. My goodness. Thick. I don't know if they're thick. They don't look very thick to me. So I've seen some thick bitches. They don't look that thick. I think they're like in the bottom corner of this game you have Supersonico, and that is my woman right there. That gray like that's my woman. That's Supersonico. She's my waifu. I put my waifu in the picture because it said waifus over husbandos. That's my waifu. My anime waifu. Yeah. Yeah. That's my lady. Alright. By the way, Dad, how was your day? How was your day? Fluffy Bun Bun, how are you? I'm so happy you're here. YouTube. No. Go here. Honest. Alcoholism. I do want alcohol. I'm in the mood for it. That sounds really good right now, actually. We're gonna do. But without further ado, I am gonna start up the game now. I just wanted to give it a few seconds because I was trying to post it to the to my Discord so people know I'm live. But I'll start it now so we can start playing. Yay, yay. Okay. All right. Let's load where we were at before. Yeah. Load this save slot. Yes. The head tied above me, her eyes pierced into mine, and I couldn't help but chuckle to myself. Being threatened by such a stunner was pretty intimidating. Okay, I don't know what we're talking about because I left midway of this.
お色直しのドレスも用意できないような女にレーンを取られるなんて絶対に嫌。
When is your next VR chat stream by chance? Okay, my next VR chat stream is gonna be actually, it's gonna be Saturday. I think like at the Panda had a good idea. I might start putting like putting my schedule at the end of each stream so you guys can see it like when I'm like ending the stream. But I also have a schedule on my Discord. I have a whole section on there, and it's just like a stream schedule. I plan to update it like every like Sunday. But it really depends on my schedule at work. Cause sometimes they change my schedule in the middle of the week, and then sometimes I don't get the schedule till later and I have to like do it a day late. So just expect the schedule to be out on like a Sunday or a Monday. Okay, I don't think I'll make... I hope you have a fun stream. I can be there in person unless I pull some stuff with my family. It's all good. Oh my goodness, what did I click? I hate when I do this on accident. Okay. I can't stand the thought of Red being shackled to some nerd who can't even afford a dress change for a wedding. What a bitch. Sure, Achan was a nerd, but I didn't think that made the measure of a person. Still, I doubt this chick would appreciate hearing that, so I simply smiled up at her.
アイラちゃんはレンちゃんのこと好きなんだね。
After I met her glare for a long moment, Arachan spoke abruptly.
だいたいあなた、どうしてやけに突っかかってくるの?
Why are you bothered anyway? Because you're being such a bitch. I mean, if they're getting married, there's a reason, and there's a reason it's not you. Probably because you're a condescending little bitch.
ん
Hmm.
あ、もしかして
Oh, I get it. She tapped her finger against her lips, a light bulb coming on over her head. An uneasy feeling settled over me, as I waited for her to go
あ
on.
なたあのアクルって女のことが好きなの
Are you into that Akuro woman? Oh my goodness. What?
それなら話が早いわ
That makes things easier. She nodded as though having confirmed something to herself. Before I could say anything, she continued in an angry
アク
tone.
ルとレンが結婚するの嫌でしょなら私と一緒に二人の結婚を阻止しない
God damn it. God fucking damn it. So we've got the enemies already appeared. Bug Boy, hi, welcome. How are you today? She folded her arms smugly, the corners of her lips curling up as though she'd hit the jackpot of ideas. I responded thoughtfully, dragging my words out.
阻止ってどうやってそれはこれから考える
Hmm.
向こう水だね
Okay. I grinned at her as she puffed her chest out proudly, then looked toward the venue. Right now, Achan and Rinchan were in there planning the wedding of their dreams. My eyes narrowed as I imagined their happy faces.
あ、それを盛り上げるのも親友の役目かもね
Oh, Endo's online. I suppose it's a best friend's job to inject a little excitement into the
いい
proceedings.
よ手伝ってあげる面白そうだしねあんた結構いいやつじゃない
I'm tired. Arlo, hey! I can't quite watch the stream since I'm still at work. But I'm gonna have it open while I'm doing dishes. I'm done in like 45 minutes or so. Don't worry, Arlo. I'm gonna be on until like 1 a.m. This is what I do. It's fine. By the way, how was your day? I know you're at work. I know work can fucking suck. I felt my own lips curving up into a smile as I watched
じゃ
her.
あよろしくあいあいちゃんその言い方やめなさいよラブちゃんとお揃いみたいで可愛いでしょ
Okay. Her eyes glittered with delight for a moment before her expression turned serious once again, and she folded her arms.
つかめない女
My goodness. Her fitting comment only deepened my smile, which in turn made her expression sour further. Oh my goodness. Then with a little sigh, she held her fist out toward me.
でもよろしく
But yeah, to doing business.
よろしくねあいあいちゃん
Oh my god. Grinning, I held out my own balled up hand and she glared at me. Her fist hit mine with more force than expected, our knuckles bumping together with a dull thud. My God. People already coming out here trying to fuck over this wedding. I mean, to be fair, the person getting married doesn't want to get married. They just want to go on. They want to play dream fucking boyfriend all day and just chill. But it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. Several booklets for currently screening movies were on display in a glass case in the cinema's shop. Signaling the clerk with my eyes, I pointed to one of them.
すみません。検証のパンフとポスターと限定クリアファイル。パンフは4部ください。
The clerk went behind the register and got out several booklets. Standing beside me, Gino whispered to me.
母ちゃん、さっきもパンフ買ってなかった？
劇場で見る前に必要なパンフと見た後に必要なパンフは違うから、あと保存用にも必要だし。
書いてる内容は同じでは？
Keeping her voice low, she put her hand to her chin and tilted her head. She was right, but I stood my ground as I pulled my wallet out of my bag.
検証へのお布施。映画版を作ってくれた人たちへのお礼みたいなものよ。
We conversed in whispers as the clerk readied my items. Shino looked a little disbelieving, but acknowledged it might be necessary to ensure future productions.
ファンに
Okay.
出せるのはお金だけだから。
My
それは
goodness.
そう。
She's cute. I like that she has milk on her chest because she has like the milk that we want. She nodded. The clerk who had finished bagging my items took this as an opportunity to interject timidly.
よ
Ugh,
ろしいでしょうか。
I hate myself.
はい。
Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you. I never expected them to produce a movie before a TV anime, but even so, I was just happy to have more Hensho merch to buy. Oh god, she's being a weeb again. I love it. I love it. I'm a weeb too. I love it. Grinning to myself, I basked in the glow of receiving my husbando's precious merch.
心なしか浩平君の扱いが小さい気がしたけど、作が微妙だった気もしないでもないけど。
Hey Blackheart, welcome back. Was still as adorable as ever, and it was my duty to buy every new piece of merch on offer. Of course, I had already bought tickets in advance for the next few screenings.
お会計はカードでよろしいでしょうか。はい、一括で。
After paying, I left the cinema on light feet with heavy bags in hand. Okay. Shino hadn't bought anything, so she took one bag from me, smiling slightly.
でも、検証もだいぶ息の長いコンテンツになってきたよね。
Oh my goodness.
そうね。浩平君は永遠なのかもしれないわ。
The one on the right looks like a dom. Well, Blackheart, do you want her to dominate you? We chatted together as we made our way toward the exit. There weren't any anime merch stores in the complex, but there were cafes and other stores. So I figured it might be fun to look around together.
どうしよっか。お茶でも。
I trailed off as I noticed a poster on the wall. Along with an illustration of two Hinjun's main characters. I don't know, I'm not going to say these names. There was also a photo of a gemstone studded ring. Okay.
コラボジュエリーだっけ？宮笹結
Because
婚
I know
って
I'm gonna
ツイッター
fuck it
だ
up.
いぶ荒
I'm
れて
not.
たもんな。
Yes, yes. Maybe Cat Slaps. Maybe Cat Slaps could do this shit better than me. Like, yeah.
シノはああいうの興味ないの？
Okay. According to the info I've seen on social media, they be selling necklace and ring jewelry sets inspired by the characters. Oh yeah. That sounds awesome. Since it didn't involve my husbando, I pretty much forgotten about it. But now that I thought about it, it was Shino's OTP.
マリッジリングは解釈違いかな。岸壁の岩を指輪の代わりにしてほしいというか、指輪よりは血を交わしてほしいというか。
Perhaps. Do what? I mean, what do you want her to do to you? That's the question.
岩？
I didn't really get Shino's kinks, but at the very least, she didn't seem to be into the idea of rings. The dojin she drew were pretty intense, so it probably didn't fit her aesthetic.
それよりむしろあーちゃんの方が気になってるんじゃない？結婚指輪。
その話は今日はやめて。
She waggled her ring finger at me teasingly, and I felt my heart clench painfully in my chest. When I sighed, Shino looked up at me curiously.
あーちゃんはレンちゃんと結婚したくないの？
Arlo canned on me again. Oh, god damn it. I mean, you do you, boo. That's fine.
だって結婚は人生の墓場って言うじゃない。結婚したらますますレンに束縛されそうだし、推しを追えない生活なんて。
Arlo's
そんな
cool.
同
He's
じ。
cool. And I like when he says drink. I clenched my fist to where I was taking an argumentative tone. I'd agreed to get married in the heat of the moment, but I still wanted my freedom. Oh, I totally know how you feel, bitch. I totally know. Arlo is very cool. Yeah, he is cool. I think he's awesome. I continued on forcefully putting my feelings into words.
それに
That's why he's my son now,
旦那さんの
because
趣味
he's
の
awesome.
活動を勝手に捨てることもあるらしいし、嫁姑問題もあるし。
Plus, I've heard of wives throwing out all their husband's otaku stuff. And don't even get me started on mother-in-law woes. Oh my goodness.
あーちゃん。
That's not
レ
gonna
ンちゃん
fucking
のお母
happen.
さんと仲
Fuck
いいじゃ
no.
ん。それにレンちゃんが勝手に何か捨てたことないでし
I
ょ？
totally know how she feels right now. Like on a deep
そ
level.
れはそうだけど。とにかく嫌なの。
I almost got
好きだって
married to an
あげたく
idiot.
な
I
いし
didn't want to marry
指輪
him.
も買わない。
じゃあ結婚やめる？
Mm. Hey, hey. Behind her glasses, her eyes were gentle, but I felt like I caught a gleam of something deep within them. Her gaze seemed to pierce through me even more sharply than usual, and I swallowed hard.
それはレンに聞いてみるけど。
まあ聞いてみなよ。
Mhm. Mhm. She chuckled, grumbling to myself. I ran a hand through my short hair. Then with a sigh, I followed after Shino as she hummed a jaunty tune, oh my goodness, to herself.
とは言ってもどうやって切り出したらいいのよ。
I came back to swallowed hard. What the fuck? What do you mean swallowed hard? What are you swallowing? Sneaking back into the sofa, I watched Rin's back as she washed the dishes after a later than usual dinner. Her humming was like a balm to my ears. She was quieter tonight, perhaps. She was tired after taking more shifts at her part-time job in order to save for the wedding.
今は機嫌いいみたいだ
Oh,
し、
at least she's doing
うまくい
something.
けば結婚の話も白紙に戻してくれるかも。
My thoughts were interpreted as a curtain golden hair obscured my vision.
お風呂入らないの？
あ、うん。
Rin poked her head over the back of the sofa, drying her hands on a tea towel. Then she wrapped her arms around my neck and hugged me, her tone happy.
もしかしてついに一緒に入ってくれる気になった？
Instinctively, I opened my mouth to deny it, but then I had an idea and bit my tongue. Rin seemed to like taking baths with me for some reason, and she would take every opportunity to wheel me to join her. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. We bathed in hot springs together on trips, but at home, I always turned her down. The idea of squishing into our apartment's tiny bath together was too awkward. Oh yeah, I feel ya, man. I feel ya.
チャンスなんじゃ。
Normally you would go to like a really nice hotel and do that. But it's like, it's whatever. Y'all do you. I swallowed. If I could put her in a good enough mood, perhaps she could actually be receptive to the whole canceling the wedding thing. What happened? What do you mean, what happened?
アクロは恥ずかしいんだもんね。
Oh, so far we have people plotting to ruin our fucking wedding, you know? That's how it is. Like, even we don't want to get married to this bitch. It's like, I low-key feel bad for her. Because she's working hard. Like, she actually got a job to help out with the wedding. Like, in the beginning, she was pissing me off. But now, I like her a little bit better. Nah, I know you're too shy for that. I was just kid. As she was about to slide her arms back from around my neck, I gripped hold of them and, resolving myself,
い
spoke.
いわよ。一緒に入りましょう。
そうだよね。わかってるって。
She goggled at me, as though she hadn't quite heard what I said. Although I knew I spoke clearly, she was still frozen in the act of pulling away from me as I went on.
だからお風呂入るんでしょ。
If we're talking about swallowing, I'll get the queen of it, Fluffy. Oh my god. Fluffy Bun Bun, are you in the chat? Jesus Christ. You guys are so funny. Sorry, Fluffy. Kinda. No, you're not. No, you're not. I dipped my feet into the water, then lowered myself into the tub, the perfect size for one person to bathe in until it was up to my chest. Steam rose up into the air. I sighed deeply as a drop of water trickled down my neck. There was a soft splash, then the scent of lavender bubble bath filled the small room. See, it doesn't look bad. It's okay,
気持
guys.
ちいいね。
This feels so good. Ren stretched her arms out in front of her, then twisted around so she could see me. Her damp hair clung to her ears, and her cheeks were flushed red from the heat. Okay.
思ってたより恥ずかしい。
Ren's small body was soft in my arms. I felt my heart clench in my chest. Yeah, I'm sure there is another version of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, but we're streaming. It's fine. This is fine. My breast pressed against her back. Her floral scent was stronger than usual.
というか、なんでこんな体勢？
あくら足長いんだから伸ばせないの嫌でしょ。
そういうことじゃなくて。
Not other versions Steam can watch laugh out loud. I do have some games like that where you have to buy a patch for that. At least you couldn't see my face or body like this, arms wrapped around her from behind. I pulled her closer to me.
あくるかわいい。
Her fingers drifted along my forearm, where it rested below her breast. When I pressed my hot cheek against her head, I felt my pulse speed up.
のぼせそう。
As I thought distractedly to myself, I suddenly recalled my original
そうだ
intention.
結婚の話しないと。
Raising my head, I looked at Rin. Even from this position, I could see the smile tugging at her pink cheek.
夢だったんだ。彼女とお風呂入るの。
そうなの？
うん。あくる、いつもシャワーしか浴びないから無理かなって思ってたんだけど、夢叶っちゃった。
She clasped her fingers together happily. Her pink nails caught my attention, and without thinking, I laid my hand on the top of hers. I intertwined my bony fingers with her soft ones. Then I said the first words that came into my mind.
なに？
レンは指輪欲しい？
For a moment, she looks taken back by my question.
指輪って思ったよりも高くて、挙式もお金がかかるし。
Hurriedly, I tried to get the conversation back on the right track. I pulled back from her slightly, causing the water to slap against the sides of the
な
tub.
んでこんな遠回しに言ってるの？結婚が嫌って言えばいいだけなのに。
Annoyed at myself, I waited for her response. When it came, her voice was more relaxed than I expected.
指輪はいい。
お、いいの？
What? Don't let your kids watch this, laugh out loud. Why not? Dude.
私もバイトも増やしてるけど
I think kids
好
should
きなお
watch
金
stuff
だ
like
って
this from the beginning so
俺
they
に
can
ほとん
like
ど出
get
し
to
ても
know
らってる
stuff.
んだから
Well, like not like they don't need to know like hardcore like hentai and stuff. I'm saying like they should know about like different types of love and stuff. And not just be sheltered with like other bullshit. Yep, I'm taking on more chefs, but you're the one who's gonna be funding most of the ceremony. God damn. I thought she'd leap at the chance to tell me all about what kind of ring she wanted, so I was taken back by this. Honestly, the ring's not important. You're gonna lose it in like the first 3 years you get it. She went on, choosing her words slowly and carefully.
ずっと一緒にいたい結婚したい
Nah,
って思ったんだけど
them no. About hardcore hentai.
俺に無理してほ
Tentacles
しいわ
laugh
けじゃ
out
ないもん
loud. You guys. I mean, I do like tentacles. I'm not gonna lie, I love tentacle stuff. That's tentacle senpai for life. I do want to marry you and be with you forever, but I don't want to push you.
そう
My eyes widen at her bright, easy tone.
推しのことを追うのやめればお金も貯まるのにって言うかと思ってた。
もちろん浮気は嫌だよ私のことだけ見てって思
With
う
those
し
cheating. It's not cheating. Oh my god, it's not cheating. Hot. Winter Toonie. Hey, how are you? As in like arson. I mean, I love like an arson scene on a movie. Blackheart redeemed Strawberry Kiss. Okie dokie. Okay. Mwah. 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 Okay. Yay. To curve a little bit. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing pretty good today. I went to work. And then hopped on and started doing streaming. She squeezed my hand tightly. I could feel her warmth against my skin across all places. Our bodies touched. All the places our bodies touched.
アクロは推しを追い続けたいんでしょ
I can watch stream in VR. Yeah, you can. I do it all the time. Like Twitch? Yeah. One day less of living. That's so dark. Oh my god. I guess, like, go big or go home every day then. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Let's... That's how I see it, laugh out loud. So are you saying it's time for arson? Because if we ever meet IRL, we should set some stuff on fire just for science, not because it's fun. Her tone was a little sulky as she leaned back against me. I tightened my arms around her and she took my wrist in her hand, and I stared intently at her fingers. Oh god.
どうしたの？
Rin nodded to herself, then reached up and pulled out the band holding back her hair. Then, with a bashful smile, she wrapped the brightly colored elastic around the ring finger of my left hand. Oh, I used to do this when I was little. Okay.
だから本物はいつか私にプレゼントさせて。
For science. Laugh my ass out for science. Blackheart on the call with the police. Laugh out loud. Nah, don't worry. I nodded slightly, drawn in by her bright but unusually earnest tone. Okay.
アクルの指に似合うような素敵な指輪買えるようにちゃんと進路も考えるか
We
ら。
could hang out with the police.
でもちゃんと将来のこと考えてたんだ。
My stomach flipped over and my cheeks, wet from the steam, flushed. Okay. The tension that had been nesting in the corner of my mind dissolved and exited my body on a long breath. Okay. No. Don't give in. Don't give in to her shenanigans. You can no. Don't do it. Don't get married. No. Hearing the weight behind those words, said in earnest and not in the heat of the moment, made it all feel real. No. Don't give in. No. Please.
私レンにちゃんと告白してほしかったのかも。
I was suddenly ashamed of how childish I'd been, making excuses to myself and acting like it wasn't something I wanted. I hugged Rin's smaller body to me. Okay. Then I brought my face to her neck, drinking in her scent, and kissed her, murmuring the name of my fiancé. Arson for science? Why am I with the police?
ああ、コラボカフェで働き始めた？
You know, we could just do experiments. You know, we could see. Okay, listen. It could turn into a game. We could just see who can burn the most within 5 minutes. Okay? We start out with small stuff and then we go big. Let's see who's like the pro arsonist. Wow, you started working at a collab. Oh god. Okay. Sheena whispered in loud amazement. I quickly leaned in toward her, covering her mouth with my hand, and muttered into her ear.
副業がバレたらクビになるかもしれないんだから。
そうだね。
If we're doing arson, burn me with it. No! God damn! I was like, I wouldn't want to burn you, Blackheart. You're too much fun. And if I do that, Why Me might eat you. Aw. Yeah. I like you all. I probably wouldn't burn any of you guys. I like all of you. Feeling Shino's mouth working, I slowly pulled my hand away. Then after taking a Taking a look around to make sure we wouldn't be overheard, I went on in a low voice.
結婚式の費用を稼ぐためには仕方ないのよ。貯金もあるにはあるけど足りないし。
Why me can't eat me? He can eat me anytime. Laugh. I know why me is such a cutie. I adore him so much. I don't know why. Something about him is just so fucking cute. I gotta earn more money for the wedding. I mean, I have some savings, but not enough. And I definitely don't want to take out a loan. Some bore shit right there, JK. I don't know. Chino pushed her glasses up her nose as I rushed to explain. Light flashed across the lenses, and when it passed, her sharp gaze bored into me.
どういう心境の変化？
まあ、いろいろあってね。
She chuckled at my vague answer, then pulled out her phone. She searched the name of the calf I just told her about and muttered to herself, seemingly impressed.
それに、四六時中推しに囲まれる生活、夢だったの。
My goodness.
コラボカフェなら推しの等身大パネルにテーブルクロス、さらには店内 BGM はゲーム内音楽。
I'm VR Netflix and chill, laugh out loud. Yeah. I use OVR Toolkit, so sometimes, like, I watch Twitch in VR chat. I do Netflix and chill in VR chat too. It's fun. They have life-size cutouts, theme tables, cloths, and even the music they play is taken straight from the game. Doesn't that sound amazing? Bringing to mind the scene at the calf, I had started working at 3 days prior. I clenched my fist excitedly. Employees of the Imperial Aso Hotel were forbidden from holding a second job, so I'd never worked part-time before. Sharing a workplace with my husbando was an entirely new and overwhelming emotional experience. I'm just using the Quest 2, so I don't need none of the extra stuff. Okay, I'm sorry, Blackheart. It's just what I use. You don't have to use it.
Kohei君がお出迎えしてるのはお客さんだよ。
I think he's their customers.
じゃあ、もしかして私、
I didn't mean it that way. No, you're fine, Blackheart. I was just joking. I'm sorry. We're not in the same room, so you can't see that I'm just joking around. Winter Moon me. I know I can be. My humor is a little aggressive sometimes. In his life-size cutout, I'm not saying his name, was dressed in a kimono with a frilly apron tied over it, and his short sword hung at his waist. My own uniform was, of course, different, but I was also waitressing there, which made us co-workers.
これはビールという西洋の反物かえ？こんなジジイに着せて楽しいかの？
The music makes it funnier. My humor can be dark, like the pits of hell. I like that. That's fine. I have a dark joke, but I don't know if it breaks TOS. Like, is it super sexual or what? Which is probably where I'll end up, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Not sexual. Like, what is it? Super violent? Like what? Like, what's wrong with it, you think? So this is a Western textile known as lace. You enjoy dressing up old men in such... Oh god. We're dressing up old men now? I balled my hands to suppress my shiver. Eternal whisper. Okay.
あーちゃん、思考が一周してない？
I'm not really sure. I just know it's dark AF. Like, it's not racist or anything, right? Almost forgot about this. Here you go.
ゴースト？あ、ミヤササじゃん。
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Nope, 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 nope. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Blackheart. No. I gotta be like... what I thought. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. One of my friends is actually Jewish. And it's like... and I feel like it's only okay when he does the jokes. I know it might not be your scene, but do you want it?
いや、くれるなら嬉しいけど。
You did nothing wrong. Okay. I just want, like... I just don't want, like, any like, racism or anything in, like, jokes or stuff like that. We had to get rid of a teacher, like, a few years ago because he was being, like, because he was a Nazi and stuff, and it was just, like, extreme.
あーちゃん、もしや愛する婚約者のために悪に手を染めて。
それは合法的な手段で手に入れたから。バイトの休憩のたびにコラボメニュー頼んで、ちょっとずつ特典のコースター集めたの。
じゃあ、これは口止め料ってわけか。
She smiled teasingly, flapping the coaster at me. The thick, round cardboard depicted the two men of her OTP. Oh, goodness. Dressed in chef outfits. Oh, that's hot. That's so fucking hot. I like that. You're cool, Blackheart. You're cool. It's fine. It's fine. We just have to be careful with some of our jokes. She looked at it happily for a moment before turning her sharp gaze back to me. I thought you had savings.
まあね、手をつけないように積み立て貯金にしてたんだけど。
It wasn't much, but I'd put away around, oh my god. What? So that I'd always be ready for a sudden merch drop. Oh my god. Obsessed. Obsessed. Fucking obsessed. She's next level. To be fair, I did put money aside for, like, a game I used to play, but then they stopped updating the game, so I just, like, gave up on it. It was really sad. I wanted to cry. fine. It's fine. It's whatever. Okay. But I'd never even considered using it for a wedding, of all things. Of course, I was also prepared to dip into the pot in the event that I was suddenly hospitalized and unable to continue my fandom activities.
それも推しのことじゃない。
I'll shut up. Sorry, Strawberry, for being like this. I'll shut. No, you're fine. Blackheart, don't worry. I'm not mad at you. So just a romance game? Yeah, this is a romance game. It's like a Yuri romance. Girl X Girl. Yay. I was musing over my own thought process when I caught Shino staring intently at me. When I met her gaze, her expression
で
softened
もレンちゃんは知って
suspiciously.
るの？副業のこと。
Yuri is best. Yeah, I like Yuri. But I could probably find a yaoi game if you guys wanted me to do like Boy X Boy or something. Or I could do like old school like I could do straight Yuri or yaoi. It doesn't matter. Her tone was gentle, yet it carried a note. Oh goodness. I snapped my focus back to her.
レンに心配はさせたくないから。
I also had another Yuri game I was playing like forever ago. It's like a bunch of short like little stories and like you never know who's gonna pop in. It's a long ass game. It was like Seeing Shino's brow furrow, I went on hurriedly. Okay.
それにコラボカフェで働いてるなんて言ったらまた推しに浮気って怒られそう。
ふん。
Shino propped her elbows on the table and rested her chin in her hand, pushing her thick frame glasses up her nose, her lips quirked up in a smile.
レンちゃんは最近何してるの？
アイラさんによく電話で相談してるかな。あ、買い出しとかにも行ってるみたい。
I yawned. I was a little tired, probably because going straight from my job at the hotel to a cab meant cutting back. Okay.
まあ、あんまり無理しないようにね。
I'm a watch. I don't know what that is. It's like, you even got the characters. What?
そうねえ、ちょっと仮眠してこうかな。
おやすみなさい。
おやすみ。
Hoisting my bag onto my shoulder, I shot a look Shino's way. As I did so, I caught a glimpse of her phone screen and name on it.
アイラさん？
I couldn't see the accompanying message, but it struck me as strange. As I headed out to the lobby. Oh my goodness. I might. Waving away the questions it had raised, I stretched my arms up high, passed up my customer service smile on my face, and exited the break room. All right.
レン、もう帰ってるかな。
Kaguri. I'm gonna look that up. I need to look that up later. Oh. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna get some water real quick. right back. Mm-hmm. All right, I am back. Hydrate is important. Drink, drink, drink. Yeah. Especially for a stream like this, I gotta have some water. It's not even a joke. I just don't like to have water near my equipment. So I might have to get up like later on in the stream again to hydrate. My arm falling asleep. Oh my goodness. After finishing up a morning shift at the hotel and the shift after that at the CAF, I opened the door to my apartment. Usually she come to meet me at the front door, but today I passed through the dining room and into the bedroom before encountering Rin. Noticing my presence, she returned several books to the shelf. It seemed like she'd been looking for something.
Tadaima.
I yawned loudly. I hadn't slept since my shift at the hotel the previous night. I put my hand to my mouth to try to cover it, and was about to rub at my eyes when I realized I still had my makeup on and stopped myself. It's too comfortable to lay on it in VR and watch. Oh my goodness. I know how you feel. I actually fell asleep in VR. One time. It was like months ago. Yeah. It felt so weird.
ちょっと眠いだけだから。またゲームのやりすぎとか？まあ、そんな感じ。
Her hand cupped my cheek and I smiled at her to try and allay her worries. Not wanting her to see the bags beneath my eyes, I hurriedly cast around for another subject.
そういえば、何か探し物してなかった？中学の卒業アルバム。招待する人のリスト作らなきゃって思ったんだけど、家に置いてきちゃったみたい。
She pursed her lips in annoyance. She mentioned inviting one of her teachers, so she must have wanted it for that. Okay. Still, she didn't seem enthused about the idea of going home to get it, which must mean her relationship was still strained. Okay. I felt like I was forgetting something important, but just then the doorbell rang.
あれ、何か宅配で頼んでたっけ？
I didn't recall ordering a dojin or other merch online recently. When I looked to Rin, she avoided my eyes. Ah. Strawberry being dumb. As I watched her chew nervously on her lips, a trail of cold sweat made its way down my spine. Bing bong! The chime continued to blare. I dashed over the intercom. There, on a little screen, was a woman with severe features dressed in a traditional Japanese garb.
Kaori-san?
やっぱり
Rin murmured, sounding as though she had expected as much. That was when I realized what I'd been forgetting.
ていうか、親御さんへの挨拶してない。
LINE のメッセージは送っておいたんだけど
Knowing, oh god, there was no way she'd settle for that. But I refrained from shouting as much when I saw Rin lower her head guiltily. Oh goodness. Mama's involved. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is gonna be... I can't wait to see your reaction. I'm curious. Tall, one, flat, small, big, JK. It's all good. I've gotta hide all my otaku crap. My mother-in-law can't know about it. My mom knows about it. I don't hide it. She knows. She knows. Goodness. Like, basically, like, why would I hide anything? I know who I am at this point. I don't care. By the way, plus I don't, like, live with my mom, so it doesn't matter. I just have otaku shit everywhere.
ではエントランスまで迎えに行って時間稼ぎして。
I appealed to Rin, who was looking pleased for some reason. I was suddenly wide awake as my mind raced to settle on a plan of action.
香織さんみたいな人に趣味がバレたら絶対結婚反対される。
Oh goodness. We were talking about the extremely prim and proper instructor of a traditional Japanese dance school here. If she saw my apartment littered with otaku junk, she'd doubt my existence as a functioning member of society. JK, I hide it, laugh my ass off. Room, table slam, review, JK. What do you want me to review? What are you talking about? I have like... Alright guys, make a decision. Should I choose option 1 or option 2? Option 1 is take down the poster. Other one is cover the bookshelf. My mom already thinks I'm not a member of society, laugh out loud. It doesn't matter what my mom says because I work at a hospital, so I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. It's like my defense for everything. I'm like, yeah, I work at a hospital, it's fine. It's fucking fine. I can have otaku shit. I don't know, you pick, Heart. Haven't been here long. No, I usually have you guys vote on what you want, so it's like option 1 or option 2. Go ahead. You work at a hospital? Must be hard. Some days it is. Some days. Oh my goodness, you're seeing stuff on here. Whenever Indo does stuff. Oh my goodness. My bad, man. I thought I was the only one seeing the Indo stuff. Bear witness. Weird. Alright. Did you guys, like, decide? One. Okay, we'll do 1. No one else has responded, so we're gonna do one. Okay. My eyes landed on my favorite poster, a coin con hanging right beside the sofa.
ごめんね小平くん。
I quickly pulled out the pins, apologizing to the poster as I went. Sure, I had 3 more of the same, so I didn't really matter, but even so, it hurt my heart. Picking up my figures lined up on the TV stand, I wrapped them all in a towel and shoved them into a closet. Oh, another painful stab to the heart. Yeah, pretending to be someone you're not sucks. I haven't seen the bear wall in a long time. Hi. Sorry I'm late. Been working on something cool. VTuber. JK. At Winter Toonie. Maybe. Panda! I'm a go tired. It's all good. Have a good night, and thank you so much for coming. Winter Toonie, maybe. Oh, goodness. How was your day, Panda? I sadly ran my hand over the bare white wall, feeling bad about all the stuff now hidden at the back of the closet. I headed towards the front door.
あら、アクルさん。急にお伺いしてしまってごめんなさい。
Oh, she's cute. I kind of like her. Decent hard work, then rested at home. Ate sushi, passed out for 2 hours. You had sushi? Ooh, what kind? I'm jealous now. I'm jealous of you, Panda. Just at that moment, the front door opened and Rin appeared. Was regularly intimidating as ever. In a bluish purple kimono and her hair done up in an integrate knot. Oh goodness.
いえ、むしろお構いできず申し訳ありません。
Desperate to keep up appearances, I pulled out a chair for her. She thanked me, then turned her stern gaze on Rin.
この子が急に結婚するとか言い出したのに、全然連絡をよこさないから、さすがに詳しいお話を聞かないと。
電話もしたじゃん。
ママには心配かけないからだけじゃわからないでしょ。あなたはいつもそうなんだから。
I want sushi, right? I'm a very basic bitch. I like simple things, so basically just nigiri and sashimi. That sounds good. Haven't eaten for so long. Her pale eyes narrowed, deepening the crow's feet around them. No doubt she was concerned about Rin and figured the best option was to come and talk to her directly. I could understand that, but at the same time, I put my hand to my aching stomach. Ooh.
アクルさん、あなた読書家なのね。
As she sat down at the table, gaze still on a particular spot, following it, my stomach did a somersault.
同人誌の棚。
Oh my! The Dojin shelf. I'm very basic bitch. It's okay to be basic. It's okay. You should try some eel though. Eel is so good. Eel forever. The tall bookshelf was visible through the open bedroom door, and she had spotted my extensive collection of Dojin and her adult variety. Oh god. Oh god. It's like leaving a porno on the bookshelf. Oh goodness.
どんな本がお好きなの？
What kind of books do you like?
近は剣豪小
あら、時代小説がお好きなのね。
Feeling pressured, I averted my gaze and cast desperately around another topic.
お飲み物は何が。
でしたら煎茶をお願いできるかしら。
煎茶って。
For a moment, I wasn't sure how to respond to her request. We had black tea and herbal tea, but neither of us were big green tea drinkers. So we didn't keep it in stock. We didn't even have a proper Japanese teapot.
すみません。
Oh
お
shit.
茶は切らしてて。
そう、それなら
Oh, this
お
bitch.
茶を
Are
用
you
意してきてもらって
serious?
もいいかしら。
Are you fucking serious? Drink something else. I wish someone would come to my place and like tell me to go to the fucking store to get an item that I said I was fucking out of. I dare someone to pull this bullshit with me. Goodness. Changing her mind mid-sentence, she sent me a sidelong glance, and I felt myself tense under its
それ
intensity.
なら私買ってこようか。
Oh my
アッ
god.
プルさん、
Oh, goodness. I wouldn't want to be alone with this woman. She used the same tone as she did during dance lessons, and I unconsciously straightened my posture. Memories of my previous lesson with her came back to me, and after a quick acknowledgement, I hurried to get my coat.
じゃあ行ってくるから。では待ってて。分かった。
I called out Rin as I headed for the door, and she nodded grudgingly. Mm,
ママ、怒ってるよね。
Mom's totally pissed, isn't she? After Kermit left, a heavy atmosphere descended upon the room. Mom sat scowling at me, and I turned my face away from her steely gaze. Then I heard her take a shallow breath before she spoke in the same tone as she always used to
あ
scold
な
me.
た、本当に結婚する気なの？
Oh, goodness.
うん。だってアクルは私の運命の人だもん。
As usual, my words failed to make a dent in her stony surface. She went on in a calm but adopting
そ
tone.
ん
Oh
な
goodness.
軽い気持ちで。なんて、あなたに言っても通じないわよね。
軽い気持ちじゃないし。
私も若い頃はそう思っていたわ。古舘流を継ぐ覚悟で、あの人のプロポーズを受けたのよ。
Oh goodness. She spoke flatly and then sighed. She must have been remembering my dad.
でも、結局、私はあの人よりも古舘流を優先させてしまって、あの人も家を出て行ったの。
Her brow furrowed. All she ever did was frown. She was going to get wrinkles if she wasn't careful. It'd be nice to see her smile sometimes. My grandmother was an instructor at the school, and my mom was her protege. Perhaps that was part of the reason she married my dad. But that was Mom's situation. It was different between me.
ママはおばあちゃんと古舘流のことばっかりなんだもん。パパだって愛想つかすよ。
アクルさんだって、いつそうなるかわからないでしょ？
I huffed to myself, sure. Akuro was always going off with her stupid 2D boys, and there might be times when we'd find ourselves at odds,
環
but
境が変化すれば感情が変化することもあるの。一生を誓うということはそういう変化にも向き合わなきゃいけないのよ。
she paused, awaiting my response. I closed my eyes, thinking about the future.
いつか気持ちが変わるとしたら
The thought scared me. I couldn't imagine myself ever falling out of love with Akira. But perhaps my feelings for her wouldn't always be exactly the same as they were right now. I smiled to myself as I pictured mine and Akira's future together. I'm probably saying her name wrong. I'm fucking sorry. I'm fucking sorry. Oh, goodness.
ラブ、あなた。
Mom's eyes widened as she said my name in a troubled tone, a note of anger behind it. There was no need for her to go using my real name. She knew how much I hated it, but I wasn't going to rise to the bait.
環境が気持ちを変えるとしたらもっとアクルを好きになることだってあると思う。
Mom listened quietly as I carefully chose the words to convey my inner feelings.
本当はね、アクルが浮気しないようにって
Aw, this is
結
being
婚
really
しようって
sweet
言っ
right
ただ
now.
けだったの。
I'm slowly starting to like this bitch. Slowly. The stuff I'd written on my graduation survey was mostly a joke, and my proposal at the salon had been said in the heat of the moment. I never expected her to take it seriously.
でもアクルが結婚するって言ってくれた時すっごく嬉しくなっちゃって、この人とずっと一緒にいたいって思っちゃった。
I miss Arlo. Howdy, I'm back from work. Arlo! Yo, what's up? How are you? Howdy, Arlo. Yeah. Thanks for the fun. Oh my goodness. We stripping for Arlo now? Camel toe, camel toe. Or shark mama. What do you want to be known as? Shark mama or camel toe? I twisted my fingers together, suddenly feeling awkward about saying all this in front of my mom.
アクルも真剣に考えてくれるのが嬉しくて、もっと今は結婚したい。それも気持ちの変化なんじゃないの？
Shark mama, okay, shark mama. I stopped myself waiting for my mom's reaction. Her previous angry expression faded, replaced by a tiny, exasperated smile. Okay. It reminded me of how she was when I was younger, and my heart clenched slightly in my chest.
あなたはそういう子だったわね。
She reached out and stroked my cheek. Her slim, wrinkled fingers were cool against my skin, yet my cheek flushed hotly.
式あげるならうちの生徒も招待してあげて。あなたのこと気にかけている方も多いから。
ママも招待し
当然でしょ。
Aw, yay!
その
Mama's coming to the wedding. Fuck yeah. Fuck
少しぐらい
yeah.
なら費用も出すから。どうせあなたあれもしたいこれもしたいってわがまま言ってアクルさんを困らせているんでしょ。
We've got more mamas around here. This is great. Milk for everyone. Milk for all. Just as God Panda wanted. Just as I was retorting that we were discussing everything like mature adults, the doorbell rang.
ただいま戻りました。あくれ、おかえり。
When I went to meet her at the front door, I caught the scent of rain. Looking outside, I saw the skies had clouded over and it was
傘
raining.
持ってけばよかったね。どうせ近所だから。
With her coat draped over her arm, she went and set the bag down on the kitchen counter. Then, with an apology to my mom for keeping her waiting, she set out preparing tea. Okay. Taking this as my cue, I went to the cupboard and got out 3 cups. She set a teapot on the table. Mom spoke to her in a low voice.
式を挙げるなら、せめてご両親には挨拶させていただきたいわ。
God, Panda. Laugh my ass off. Hey, what up, Panda? How are ya? King Arlo. No. Bug Boy is king. Bug Boy is king. Bug Boy is king. He's like, I'm good, hopping in and out. Aw, Panda. Yeah, Panda, you're God. You know this. You've been God for like a while. I call you God like every stream. Don't you want mommy milkers? Don't you want like all the mommies to give their milk? Isn't it the Panda way? And also to protect Bug Boy at all times. Okay.
お互い大事な娘を預けるのだから、きちんと顔合わせをするべきでしょ。
Prince Arlo. Prince. Why would you want to be a prince, though? I never understood that. Furfro sending a deer in the headlights look my way. When I put my hand to my mouth to hold back a giggle, her own expression relaxed into a smile too.
はい、両親に伝えておきますね。
I don't know about you, but I don't want to fuck a prince. I want to fuck a king.
ママに会えるの？嬉しい。お父さんも忘れないであげて。
No. Don't forget about my dad, too. Okay. I'll just be king of sharks, but still a mama. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. You totally should. Yeah. Don't be a princess, be a queen. Don't be a prince, be a king. Just do that. Everyone do that.
ところで、こちらの絵柄、個性的ね。見たことのない家紋だけど、どちら？
それは。
As I glowed with happiness beside me, Akuma turned pale and began to sweat. Whoopsie, I accidentally used her anime cups. Oh goodness. If you're a prince or a princess, just kill your parents and become king and queen. Problem solved. We got dark people in the chat. We doing circles now? We doing spirit circles now? Should I get the Ouija board? Well, sorry, BG. No, I love BG. BG's our friend. We love BG. Do not kill BG. Panda! 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 I don't think he can hear me. You just save Bug Boy. Protect Bug Boy. Luigi board? Sorry, I had to. No! I love Bug Boy. I adore Bug Boy. We do not hurt Bug Boy. He's cute and sweet and adorable. No. No one hurts Bug Boy. I pressed my ear to slightly open the door, straining to hear the conversation going on in the room on the other side.
こちら私の母の。さすがにレンちゃんも緊張してるな。
Her voice drifted through the sliding paper door, as Achan had explained to her beforehand. Both her parents and Renchan's mom had convened in a private room in a traditional Japanese restaurant. When I heard they were setting up a dinner, for their parents to meet before the wedding, I wondered how the heck it was gonna turn out, but it actually seemed to be going pretty well. God, this bitch is trying to ruin the wedding! You little fuck, everyone hates you. Eat BG. No, do not eat BG. Do not eat Bug Boy. Do not eat Bug Boy. Panda, where are you? Intervene. Oh my god. No. I'm gonna show that woman for who she truly is. She's going down. Arachan muttered to herself, a furrow creasing her brow, holding back a laugh at her over-the-top villain talk. I dramatically pushed my glass up my nose. With that, I pulled out a simple CD from a huge tote bag I used when I was shopping for otaku merch. Fuck yeah! The jacket showed, oh goodness, the rest of the Kinsho cast, along with the title Swordsman for Sale, the movie soundtrack. Oh, these bitches. This would get me too. I would run to get this stuff. Wait, huh? Huh? Do not eat BG. Bug Boy, I'm trying to protect you. I don't want them to do anything to you. You're awesome, Bug Boy. My hand is so numb. Oh my goodness. Guys, I gotta worry. I gotta protect the Bug Boy. I was the one who suggested putting Arachan's stop the wedding plan into action at the parents' meeting, so it was only right that I took the opportunity to ham it up as the villain.
もうそろそろ店内に流れるんじゃないかな。しかもおまけで小平くんのボイス付き。これであの女が動揺してボロを出すのを待つっていう算段ね。
Currently, Japanese-style instrumental music drifted through the clearly updated yet still retro interior of a 100-year-old restaurant. I got in touch with a friend who worked at a company who provided the music, had them switch the original schedule tracks. Oh goodness. You know, drugs sound nice right now. God damn. Alcohol sounds amazing. I want alcohol. I want to get drunk. But somebody drank all the alcohol. It was me. It was me. I'm the dumb one. I did it. I had some before stream. I drank the last of it. I licked the bottle. I stuck my tongue deep in there, man. This is really gonna affect her. I mean, it's just music. Just as Arachan frowned, a loud squeal came from the adjoining room. Oh my god. Hang on, this. Oh, oh shit. I'll join you, Strawberry, on drinking. Oh, thank you. You guys are always so down to have drinks with me. I swear I'm not an alcoholic. Swear to God, I'm not an alcoholic. I work, so therefore I drink. Suck your tongue deep in there. Suck your tongue deep in there. I mean, yeah. I got a long tongue. Peeking through the opening, I saw a dark sauce blooming across. Achan's clothes. Beside her, her mother was hurriedly calling for a staff member. I know you did this. I know you did it last night. JK, JK. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, that's gonna stain. I couldn't help but smile dryly at Arachan's concern. She didn't seem cut out for this villain's shtick. But before I could point this out to her, she hurriedly fixed a smile onto her face. She got what she deserves. Nice job, Shino. I watched as Achan accept the cloth from the waitress, thanking her profusely as she wiped at the stain. No one seemed to have noticed anything off about her. I'm not an alcoholic. I just sometimes can't tell the difference between water and vodka sometimes. Oh my god. Also, why Blackheart? Laugh out loud. Why what? Oh my goodness. You guys. Can't see. Can't tell the difference between water and vodka. Do you keep it together all the time? Like what? I teased her as she folded her arms, puffed her chest out. Her cheeks flushed, and she raised one sharply eyebrow. She pushed her lips, then brought her face toward the gap in the sliding door. I followed suit, peering into the room to see that the table was now laden with dishes, and the parents were starting to chat.
Okay.
Arachan got to her feet and went to cover a low table in the center of the room. She sat down, crossed her legs, and started at her phone screen. Stared at her phone screen. Okay. I went and sat down opposite her. When I looked up at her, she nodded, her curled eyelashes fluttering. Kill me now. Death is fun.
検証？秋山小平の番外編 OVA が特典なんですって。嘘、小平くんの番外編？マジで？
I purposely raised my voice, and the next instant, I heard a loud crash, followed by a screech from the next door. Arachan and I looked at one another, and I couldn't help but laugh at the dumbfounded look on her face. Ah!
なんとか乗り切った。
これからも悪霊お願いしますね。少し無鉄砲だけど優しい子だから。はい、
頑張って幸せになります。
Blackheart redeemed Strawberry Kiss. Sorry, I'm currently picking up supper for myself. Laugh out loud. No, that's all good. You just worked like your ass off. You were doing dishes, right? That's a lot of work. Respect, man, respect. Alright, Strawberry Kisses, here we go. Mwah. 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 The Meet the Parrots meal was finally over. Out in front of the restaurant, my parents gave their regards to Rin.
ここはまたそんな軽いことを言って。
Laugh out loud, it's okay. I'll stop, Arlo. Laugh out loud.
だって、アクルのこと好きだもん。ずっと大切にするに決まってるじゃん。 My mom was somewhat of a warrior, but meeting Rin seemed to have reassured her, and she smiled with delight throughout the meeting. My dad took a more philosophical view, adding that he'd already took my mom. She had nothing to worry about. Relieved to see everyone getting along, I replayed the events in my mind. なんだったんだろう。
The restaurant had played music from Kinjo's game, and the customers in the booth next to ours had been talking about it. The constant stimulation had made me clumsy, and I dropped my utensils several times.
それに、メニューに小平くんの好物の鴨鍋が入ってたり。
Everyone's okay. My mouth slipped into a silly grin as I thought back on the delicious food. I had Prestachino's recommendation on the restaurant, and it hadn't disappointed. In fact, the whole vibe fit with the world. So suddenly something occurred to me.
もしかして、この店の店主さんが小平くんをしたか？
Oh God. Maybe that was why Shino had suggested it. I was pulled out of my thoughts by a tug on my arm.
うる？聞いてる？あ、何？
I was also going to pick up a gift card for some bits. But the general store is closed, so I gotta wait until tomorrow. I turned to her questioningly. No biddies, we just chillin'. Then a few meters behind her, I caught a glimpse of two people hiding behind the big gates to the restaurant.
アイラさんとシノ？
Surprised to see them here, let alone together, I strained my ears and could faintly make out their conversation.
どうするのよ？もう帰っちゃうわよ。
Shino just grinned as Arasan tugged on her arm. The smile sent a shiver down my spine. But just then, from down the street came a tune I heard 1,000 times
こ
before.
れって
The next instant, a huge truck filled my vision. I turned the corner, turned to lean towards us. Oh, goodness. Could it
もしか
be?
して
Huge images of the main characters with their swords drawn, adorn the gleaming white body of the truck. At the back stood hands inside his deep Komodo pockets, wearing a good-natured old man smile. Oh god, I would get off on this. I'd be so excited if I could see this.
何あれふはは Just as planned たあ
After staring in mute amazement at the truck for several long seconds, I snapped back to my senses and dashed over to Rin.
ちょっと待ってて
Actually, I don't think I'll stop teasing you, Arlo. Arlo's like, okay.
ちょっとアクル
I shoved my coat into her arms and dashed off.
浩平君がこんなに大きく成長してる
I'd known these trucks were going around promoting the movie, but there was no public info on the routes they would be taking. I couldn't believe he was
とりあえ
right
ず
there.
写真撮らないとあ動画
I pulled out my phone and pointed it toward the truck as it chugged slowly along. It was mostly apartments and office blocks around this area, so I didn't see anyone else taking photos. Ecstatic that I essentially had the truck all to myself, I opened up the camera app.
浩平君の印刷部分綺麗っていうか街中にいる浩平君いい都会の夜も似合うよ浩平君
With no one else around, I felt free to shout my praises, intentionally at least. After enjoying the fruitful photo session, I watched the truck roll off, savoring the emotion filling my chest.
ちょっとどういうことあの人レンたち放ってトラックの方に行っちゃったんだけどあーちゃんならそうだろうね
I nodded knowingly. Archon tilted her head at me, clearly still not understanding what she just witnessed. The image printed onto the side of the truck was same as the one that graced the CD jacket I'd shown her earlier, but she didn't seem to have made the
事前
connection.
に情報収集しといたのさでちょうどいい時間に食事
so
会をセッティングするようにあーちゃんに吹き込んでおいたんだ
I grinned at her, and Arachon's eyes whitened for a moment before she snorted with
あんた
exasperation.
敵に回したら恐ろしいわ味方でよかったでしょ
I put my pinky to my mouth like Dr. Evil, although her brow was furrowed and corners of Archon's mouth worked up as she joined me in a
で
smile.
もこれでレンのお母さんも呆れてるはず縁談は台無しね
I love walking out at nighttime. It's so peaceful. Oh, that's what Cat Slaps loves to do. He likes going like deep dark into the woods and like going for walks. But it's fine. We have wolves with us, like wolf dogs. It's fucking. She looked toward the little group Achan's had left behind. But Achan's parents were still happily chattering Kokoro-san.
なんか思ってたのと雰囲気が違くない？だね。
Nodding cheerfully at Arachan's frustration, I melted back into the shadow of the gate. I could still make out the group's conversation a few meters away.
もうまたおし
あの子昔から変わらないのね。あれはコミックというやつかしら。
あくる、あのキャラが好きなんだって。
あれは男性の和装姿かしら。着こなしが少しいびつだけど、和装に興味を持つのはいいことね。
I also walk at night, usually after work, since that's how I usually get to work. Oh, really? Lucky, I wish I could walk to work, man.
なんか
He's
むし
so
ろ
lit.
好感触？
Don't tell me this is making... Okay. Arachan sounded like the wind had been knocked out of her sails. I smiled to myself as I watched Achan's joyfully snapping photos as the parents talked among
やっ
themselves.
ぱりあーちゃんは隠さない方がいいと思うんだよね。
She had been doing everything she could to hide her interest from Khorasan, thinking that she'd oppose the marriage if she found out. But it was clearly a groundless worry. She tried to hide her interest from her own parents too, but was found out. That hadn't been as big of a deal she expected, and neither would this.
あーちゃんに嘘は似合わないしね。
As I smiled to myself, Achan finished up her photo shoot and returned to the group, realizing what she'd done. Her face turned pale and her eyes darted around. But she soon realized that no one else cared, and she rejoined the conversation with an embarrassed smile.
失敗ね。
Oh, well, this was a massive failure.
私にとっては成功だけど。
Goodness. I kept those words to myself as I glanced at Arachan and saw the droop of her shoulders, chuckling at her exaggeratedly disappointed demeanor. Oh, goodness. I looked back to the others. Achan was reluctantly showing her parents the photos she'd taken and explained them. Rinchan looked a little annoyed, but at the same time, she leaned in protectively toward Achan as she spoke to her
あーちゃ
mom.
んがあれだけ頑張ってるんだもん。レンちゃんにも多少頑張ってもらわないとね。
Satisfied, I nodded to myself, then pushed the bridge of my glasses up my nose. Breathing a sigh of relief to myself out of Arachan's earshot, I idly hoped the happy couple wouldn't begrudge me my little test of their bonds. Oh, goodness. They're gonna grudge. They're gonna hate you. No, they won't. You just made them stronger. Cheerful background music played as I picked up my cup and took a sip of tea, breathing in the scent of Darj. I don't know what that is. I calmly put my cup back on the saucer. Darjeeling. What is that? What does that smell like? I might go for a walk, but it's late and I don't trust my area. Oh my god. I have now made it home, so I can actually relax a bit now. Blackheart redeemed Strawberry Kiss. Okay. I don't know what that smells like. Mwah. 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 Does that smell good? I don't know. What? I feel numb. Darjeeling tea is a tea made from chamomile, Zanzibar, that is grown and processed in Darjeeling or Kampling districts, West Bengal, India. Okay, India. Okay, so I kind of know what this smells like. Maple tea leaves produced in black tea produced in the States, and their product offerings to include leaves suitable for making green tea, green, white, and oolong tea. Oh, this has like a smooth scent. Camel turmeric, blended leaves, okay. I am sorry. I'm so sorry. I was curious. I wanted to know what it was. I do that when I read. If I don't know a word, I like to look it up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're gonna go to... hold on. I need to go back to... Twitch. Alright. I'm back in the game. I got distracted. I'm a bad person. In contrast, across from Arasan's tapped her fingers agitly against her frowning lips. Okay. There's only... okay.
ドレスの
You're
試着も
talking...
両家の顔合わせも終わったし、いや
順調でどうするのよ。あの二人が結婚したら私たちもう勝ち目ないのに。
I was just really curious what was in it.
レンちゃんは浮気なんてしないと思って
I've now made it home, so I can actually relax a bit now. Thank God. Okay. Perhaps Arachan was a softie at heart, or maybe it was just evidence of how much trust she had in Renchan. I stared intently at her as she wrapped her slim fingers around her coffee cup and brought the rim to her lipstick lips. Her toned and moisturized skin was smooth and dewy, and the light dusting of eyeshadow across her lids softened her look. Her features were so delicate, I suddenly found myself very intrigued by her.
アイラちゃんはどうしてそんなにレンちゃんのことが好きなの？
そうね。私にとってレンは特別だから。
特別？
I parroted the sword back. Furrowing her brows slightly, she continued, sounding a little
いろい
embarrassed.
ろあって中学の頃はだいぶすさんでたの私。でもレンはその時から今もずっと変わら
She
ないで
traced a finger around the rim of her cup.
私のことを綺麗な
Her
お姉さん
tone was
扱いしてくれるのよ。
nostalgic as she reminisced about the past. But there was a note of pain to it, too.
もっとレンに好きになってほしくてレンの好みの見た目になろうって頑張ってきたの。
Arlo wants to want to play cards. You're gonna play cards? Okay, that sounds fun. You should play Palace and then, like, take his house. I mean, let's be good people and have fun. Let's play games. Like, yeah.
綺麗でスマートで優しいお姉さん。
何笑ってるの？
Pouting, she glared at me, then prodded me in the forehead in retaliation for my teasing. Her looks and demeanor were both perfectly manicured, but her complete disregard for other people's personal space was probably a remnant of her wild past.
それで理想のアイラちゃんにはなれたの？
まだまだね。見てわかるでしょ。
She gave a dry laugh, then lowered her gaze slightly, her next words tumbling from her lips in a
いつ
whisper.
かもっと素敵な女性になれたら、レンに告白しようと思って
I can in a bit. I'ma just sit and eat first, and then after I'll hop on VR. Ah. She bit her lip, her heavily lined eyes glistening. Her pretty face sunk into sadness. I didn't know whether I should laugh this time, given the obvious emotion in her
アイ
voice.
ラちゃんは本当に綺麗だな。
I took another sip of tea, the heat spreading across my tongue. Then I drained the last of it, right down to the leftover granules of sugar sitting at the bottom. As I did so, Arachan took a deep breath to fight back her tears and changed the subject onto me.
シノはアクルのどんなところが好きなの？
Arlo 100 100. You saw nothing, laugh out loud. ... I saw nothing. What the? Why? Arlo, no. I love you though, but no. I appreciate it though.
ああ、そうだね。
I averted my gaze, trying to dodge the question, when my gaze fell on the crossway outside the window. Two familiar figures were walking by the traffic lights, their arms linked.
あれ、あーちゃんだ。
ほんと、レンもいるじゃない。
Arachan spun around in her seat, squinted out the window. Then she grabbed the bill and her bag and got to her
追いか
feet.
けるわよ。何かボロ出すかもしれないし、チャンスが見つかるかも。
Hee because that's how I am. I spoil my friends, laugh out loud. You're such a sweetie, thank you. But you don't have to do. Do indeed, Arlo. Ah.
了解。
Next thing I gotta do is become a sub, maybe tier 2 or 3. Off my no. No, like I honestly don't do tier 3 or any of the other ones until I get emotes for them. I only have emotes for tier 1, so don't spend more.
マカロンかわいい。ねえ、これにしようよ。
Oh, these macaroons are cute. Let's go with these.
それでもいいけど、個包装になってる方が。
Or you could wait to you could wait and not. You don't have to sub. Just like you can just wait. I got what is it? I'm doing something special for October. After October 10th, I'm gonna do some 24-hour streams again, and I'm gonna be giving out subs. I'm gonna be giving out subs to my channel. So I plan on doing it through most of the month of October and October and November after October 10th. Not before, but after October 10th, I'm giving out subs and stuff. So you could just wait. I'll remember that, yeah.
イーツ好きなの？そんな食
I
べ
plan
な
on
いの
giving
に。
out a lot of them. What, you like sweets all of a sudden? You never usually eat them. The confectionery floor was covered with people, but I was able to pick out their conversation amid oh goodness. Ajan tucked a strand of her hair behind her ear and smiled as she examined the various sweets on display.
サークルさんの差し入れでよく買うから。やっぱり検証
But I'm
本出
probably
すサー
still
クルさん
buy
には
it tomorrow
特に
anyways,
好
left
評
out
でね。
because I'm
結構
stubborn.
喜んでくれるな。
Okie dokie. That's on you, man. Like, I was just gonna give, like, a bunch of people subs, but, you know, whatever. Whatever.
また推しの話？そのサークルさんってどうせまた女の人なんでしょ？
I cannot not stop doing this. The two of them were deep in conversation as they looked at the display cases. Thanks to the crowds, neither of them had noticed us yet.
引き出物探しに来たみたいね。
Oh my god, Arlo! No! No, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it though. Bonk. Oh my god, you're bonking me with bits. No. Judging by what they were looking at, drinks and trinkets, but mostly sweets, it was obvious that they were here to pick out little gifts to give their wedding guests. Can't make it rain real money, so I'll use bits, laugh out loud. I have time to do more stuff, like, probably next month. Giving up a watch on her out of the corner of my eye, I grabbed something from the plate of samples atop the nearest display case.
そうだね。
I chomped on the gooey piece of nutty chocolate cake. Archon looked at me and frowned.
もう何食べてんのよ。おいしいよ。ほんと危機感ないわね。
She rolled her eyes, her whisper full of exasperation. I chewed and swallowed the sweet chocolate and hint of bitter walnut lingering on my tongue. Then I picked up another chunk of cake with a toothpick and held it out to Arch.
アイラちゃんにも1個あげる。
She looked between the bite-sized piece of cake and my face, her eyes growing progressively wider. Then they crinkled and she smiled.
シノってそういうところあるわよね。
I want to play blackjack, Arlo. Would you be able to get another person? Depends who's online. Okay. Tucking a strand of hair that had fallen across her cheek back behind her ear, she leaned in and ate cake I held out to her. Blackheart redeemed strawberry kiss. Okie dokie. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
もう帰ろうか。そうね。
She gave a little nod and began to walk off. But as we turned to leave, I caught a sight of Achan out A corner of my eye.
なんかあーちゃんが変？
DG Panda, lurk. Stalk me hard, daddy. Oh my god. Panda, you're still here. I didn't know. She's acting weird. Well, wider than usual, she still was giving off a particularly odd vibe right then. Huh? I was subscribed at 1 tier. Daddy. Sub, laugh out loud. Why? Why? Oh my god, don't subscribe to me. Jesus. No. Too bad. I did anyways. I know you did. I know you did. She stood directly in front of Rin, her face pale. I looked over to see what she was hiding for Rin's view. Spotted a pair of people. I really appreciate it though, but I wanted to give it to you, but you know, it's whatever. There was nothing unusual about the two mid-20s women I saw there chattering happily together. Too bad. However, the pin on the tote bag one of them had slung over her shoulder seemed familiar.
もしかしてあーちゃんが働いているカフェのお客さん？
The image on the pin was the same as the one on the coaster Achan had given me as a bribe to stay quiet. Looking closer, I saw that she also had an acrylic I always say his name wrong, keychain attached to the bag.
そんなの
Fuck
レンから聞
me.
いたこと
Just
ないん
fuck
だ
it
けど。
me. Fuck it all. Just fuck me. I'm gonna spoil you first before you get a chance to do it to me.
あ
No.
ー結婚資金貯めるためにレンちゃんに内緒で働き始めたらしいからね。
Oh yeah, she got a second job to save money for the wedding, but she's keeping it a secret from Rin. I hadn't spilled the beans to Rin that her fiance was working at a Kincho collaboration coffee so long as Achan was managing to hide it. Rinchan wouldn't have a clue.
は？なんで言わないの？そんなのレン怒るに決まってるでしょ。
If we do play blackjack, I'm going to be insane and not in a good way. Oh. What's insane for you, Blackheart? That's a little Arachan's tone was critical, but I reminded her that I was exactly why she wasn't telling Achan. She looked like she wanted to say more, but fell silent. During our conversation, the women seemed to have noticed Achan. After a brief exchange amongst themselves, they started moving toward her.
やば。
Seeing this, Achan hurriedly put herself in front of Rinchan. Her expression panicked. That look on her face made my throat clam up. Her words spiraled through my head like a kaleidoscope.
でもレンちゃんは知ってるの？副業のこと。レンに心配はさせたくないから。それにコラボカフェで働いてるなんて言ったらまた推しに浮気って怒られそう。
I thought of how happy she looked even though her exhaustion. My childhood friend was nothing if not predictable. She was kind and honest, but terrible expressing her affection for those close to her. Still, she wasn't an idiot. She had to know there was a chance her lies would come out one day.
でもあーちゃんにとっての好きはそういう好きなんだもんね。
I took a breath, then looked up at Arachan and spoke
あ
clearly.
の人たちがあーちゃんに気づく前に止めないと。
Huh? Arlo extended their 1-tier subscription through December. Are you serious? Yo! No! No! I had 2 other tokens laugh my ass off. No! What? Oh. Oh. Thank you, Arlo. Is there something you want me to do for you? You're doing a lot. Nah, okay. She tried to grab my hand, but I slipped out of her grip and strode off. From behind me, I could hear her calling for me to stop.
知り合いだと勘違いして声かけるはさすがにすぐバレるかな。あーちゃんが自然にレンちゃんを引き離すにはもう少し時間が必要だろうし。
I forced my sluggish brain to work, running through various scenarios. Sure, I used my powers of imagination to come up with plots for Dojin all the time, but coming up with something on the spot was tough.
とりあえずナンパするしかないか。
Arlo, 100, 100, 100. This is all the spoiling I'll do for tonight. Laugh out loud. Thank you. You're gonna give me a heart attack. I probably shouldn't be watching Netflix this long in VR, getting a migraine. But gotta keep going. And what the fuck, Arlo? I know. What the fuck, Arlo? Why? Annoyed at myself for coming up with such immature idea, I tried to think of some good lines, but in no time at all, I was already in front of my target.
そこのお姉さんたち。
Thank you so much, though. I really
ちょっといい？
appreciate it. I called out to the 2 of them in as glib a tone as I could manage. The women looked down at me with suspicion in their eyes.
きつー。お姉さんたちごめんね。
To be honest, I'm not spending that much, only about like 50-ish bucks.
え、何ですか？
I know. It's like, it's nice when anyone does that though. And I appreciate it. I truly do appreciate it. But you're like my friend, so it's weird. It's weird. You're like my son.
いやー、つい声かけちゃったんだよね。私もコースター持ってるんだけど、検証好きなのかなって。
The long-haired woman eyed me curiously, a gleam in her eye. I felt cold. I felt a cold trickle of sweat run down my spine.
検証のコラボカフェ
Just call it
行ったん
child
ですか？
support. My ass. God. Well, I'm just glad to help any way I can. Arlo, bonk. Her tone was laced with expectation, and I felt my passed it on my smile freeze. Okay.
私コラボカフェ行ったことないんだった。というか、絶対この人たちみたいなタイプのオタクと話合わないし。
On my opposite side, Arachan stood in the crowd, arms folded as she stared at
どっ
me.
ちかに助けを求めたら、あるいは。
Taking a deep breath, I looked up at the woman. If I looked to Achan for help, it was highly likely that Rinjan would discover her secret. And if she did, Rin would be
で
mad.
もいっそその方があーちゃんとレンちゃんの仲は深まるかも。
Arlo, redeem Bonk. I got you, Blackheart. Okay, okay. I'll do Bonk. Hold on. Okay. Okay. One hand, come back. Is it? There we go. There's my hand. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, I hope you enjoy those black eyes. I did it for you. Love you. All the black eyes. I'll get in VR and bonk you, definitely. Laugh out loud. I like pain, so yes. Oh my god. The women exchanged confused looks as I stood there smiling.
アイラちゃんに助けを求めたら
Arlo, you said no more. No. Why? Dude. Dude, I feel like I need to do something for you now. What?
さてどうしようかな。
Alright. Should I do one or two? Look for Akira for help or look for Ari for help? One or two? I think Arlo wants to be bonked in bed. What? I had 30 left over bits, so I figured why not laugh out loud. Okay, okay. Alright, chat, one or two? I'll say one. Okay.
あーちゃんと二人ならこの状況もなんとかなるかもしれないし。
If she took the opportunity, I'd create to run, but maybe it'll all work out. With these thoughts in mind, I look toward Achan. Oh goodness. Her eyes widened for a moment before her shoulders slumped as she realized what was going on. Then for some reason, she came over to us.
こんにちは。コラボカフェによく来てくださってますよね。え、あ、やっぱり、はい。ね、見間違いじゃなかったでしょ。
Achan smiled, and the woman squealed excitedly. As far as I was aware, it wasn't an idol or cosplay calf, but even so, as Achan seemed to have built up a fan base among the
この
customers.
前カフェ行った時にランダムでコヘイくんの缶バッジ出たので早押さんにあげたいなって思ってたんです、ほら無限回収中でしたよね。
Okay.
本当ですか？あ、そうそう、私もすっごくいい絵師さん見つけちゃって、
早星さんにも報告したくて。
Blackheart redeemed. Strawberry kiss. All right, here we go. Kisses again for Blackheart. Okay. Mwah. 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 There you go. I give. I stared in amazement as the three of them talked excitedly, then I felt a sharp gaze boring a hole into my back.
ああ、まあ、そうだよね。
Putting a hand to the back of my neck, I sighed and looked away.
でも、この方があーちゃんらしいかも。
Rinchan was probably pissed at her, but Achan had come to her rescue, prepared for the outcome. I watched as she and the woman chattered excitedly, thinking to myself that lying had never been her scene
せ
anyway.
いぜい頑張りなよ、あーちゃん。
I sent a slight cheer her way as I looked at both her and Rinchan. With or without my help, they were gonna be okay.
本音言うと、
Still, I'm being totally honest with myself.
寂しいけどね。
I know I'm the third wheel now. Stretching up slightly, I stared up at my taller friend's profile. I'd probably be getting a lot less neck pain from here on out. And that thought made me a little sad. Aww.
レン、ご飯食べないの？
Rin had been like this since we arrived home, giving me nothing more than grunts and one-word responses. Sighing, I covered the omelet rice and coleslaw salad with saran wrap. After putting in the plate into the microwave for later, I moved toward the open door to the bedroom. On the way, I caught a sight of the marriage application on the dining room table, and my chest constricted. Peering into the bedroom, I saw Rin looking up at me, a pillow clutched to her chest.
どうして話してくれなかったの？
Okay. I had 30 left. I think Arlo wants to be bunked in bed. I'll say, okay. So, oh, nice. As a sub, I get 1 to XP multiplier points. Oh, God. Arlo. Okay, when you get on. Okay, I'm just about done eating. Okay. You guys, he's got extra points. Are you doing what I think you're doing, Arlo? Because I think you're doing something really sketchy.
レンに心配かけたくなかったから。
Because I didn't want to worry.
気にするに決まってるじゃん。そんな無理させてまで結婚式あげたいわけじゃないのに。
And I'm saving them. Oh, I know what you're doing. You're that's such a panda move.
私ばか
You're
り
being a panda right now.
披露宴のプランとか引き出物とか何も考えないで選んでた。
Okay. I've been such an idiot. I went ahead and planned the reception and picked the gifts and stuff without even thinking. I remained silent, unsure of what to say. I reached out toward Rin, who looked like she was about to burst into tears at any moment, but stopped. Wanting to at least be close to her, I perched on the bed, the creak of the frame reverberating around the silent
そ
room.
う言うと思ったから。
That's why I kept it a secret, because I knew you'd say
そんな
that.
の嬉しくない。
Her voice quivered, and I bit my lip. If I told Rin that I'd taken on another job in addition to my job at the hotel, she would have put the brakes on the wedding ceremony. But I wanted Rin to have the wedding of her dreams.
それじゃあダメだったのかな。
Laugh my ass off. Yeah. That's what Panda does. I press my hand to my lips, my brows getting together, my chest burned like I'd swallowed something hot, and my eyes prickled. I simply stared down at the floor, too scared to look over at Rin. Plus, I bet. Oh, she's reading. Okay. Kill it! Kill it! Oh gosh, there's a moth in my room, and it just knocked itself out. What do I do? It just flew into the light, and then I heard a thud, and it fell onto my desk. I used to have a pet moth. I kept it in a jar. It was so fucking cute. I had moths and butterflies and stuff. They were just so cute. I looked up sharply. Rin's expression was pained. Ooh, I also used to have pet worms. I like worms. The light slanting in from the dining room made the tears streaming from her pale eyes glisten. They trailed down her cheeks and pattered onto her chest. She wrung the words out as she clambered off to bed. Wiping the tears from her eyes, she hid her face and spoke in a hoarse whisper. With that, she rushed to the front door out of the house without even picking up her bag. The door slammed shut louder than usual. My voice echoed through the empty room as I stood rooted to the spot. I sighed. I could hear the faint roar of cars on the distant motorway and the hum of the refrigerator, but those sounds only served to make the silence in the room deeper. I let it go outside. I felt bad for it. Goodness. Taking a deep breath, I grabbed my keys and wallet and rushed toward the door, then looked back at the apartment. My gaze landed on the marriage application forms, and I frowned. I swept up my shawl from the sofa, then headed out without stopping to turn off the lights. Humid air caressed my cheek, and the huge low-hanging clouds looked ready to burst at any moment. The air was heavy and pregnant with the scent of imminent rain. Oh, goodness. Businessmen in suits and university students passed along the street in front of our apartment, but there was no sign of Rin. Relying on the light from the street lamps dotted along the concrete sidewalk, I ran toward the bigger road. Aw, you're so sweet. You let it live. The majority of the establishments lining the large road were shuttered. Only a few bars and convenience stores showed signs of life. The night was chilly, and with only my thin shawl for cover, I felt goosebumps rise on my arms. The traffic lights changed from red to green, and the cars lurched back into motion, gliding past me. In the bright glare of their headlights, I glimpsed at a familiar small shape. She turned toward me, lit from behind by the light spilling out of a convenience store. Her braided blonde hair swayed as she stopped, dead in her tracks. I took her hand, turning her face to me fully, without even thinking. I took off my shawl and draped it around her shoulders.
こんな夜中にそんな格好寒いでしょ。心配させないで。
Suddenly embarrassed, my voice dropped to a whisper. I was about to avert my gaze, but the sight of the tear tracks and Rin's cheeks stopped me. I reached out and traced her finger down her wet skin. She squirmed at the ticklish feeling, and her eyes crinkled as she smiled.
ついてきてくれたの？ちゃんと話したかったから。もう逃げるのも隠すのもしたくないでしょ。
Looking up at me, she nodded. When she tossed the bangs out of her eyes, I could see her smudged eyeliner and the liquid still glistening in her eyes. She looked so cute with her red cheeks and shiny eyes. Almost automatically, I pulled her close to me. Brushing my lips across her eyelids, I had to fight back the urge to embrace her in the middle of the street. As I slowly pulled away, I felt her fingers dance across the back of my hand.
勝手に出て行ってごめんね。
Okay, I finished eating. I'm gonna grab my headset and hop on. Hopefully my internet isn't going to be a pain with me today. Okay.
私も仕事のこと
And I'm sorry for not telling you for my job. She nodded guiltily and then looked up at
今
me
度は
again.
ちゃんと相談して。アクルよりもずっと子供だし頼りないかもしれないけど、でも彼女なんだから。
How far am I in? Rin laced her fingers through mine, pulling my palms flush together. Her tight grip tickled, but I didn't want to pull away. I smiled, basking in the warmth of her soft fingers. I spoke the next thought that came to my mind.
彼女じゃないでしょ。
Rin shook her head happily, and I felt warmth blossom in my chest. It was a feeling I couldn't well put into words, and one that took my breath
今
away.
さらだけど。
It might be a bit late for this, but I turned my face to Rin, head on, clasping her hand in mine. Then, after taking a moment to collect my thoughts, I looked her in the eyes.
推しばっかり追いかけてるし、レンみたいに上手に好きって伝えられないし、多分迷惑もたくさんかけると思う。
I know I'm obsessed with anime boys, and I'm no good at talking about my feelings, and I'm probably always gonna annoy you. The noise of a truck going by almost drowned out my voice. The bright white light spilling out from the convenience store illuminated the night, painting it shades of monochrome. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. When I opened them again, Rin's eyes gleamed as she waited for me to continue. But would you marry me?
だって私はそんなアクルが大好きなんだもん。
I couldn't imagine any dashing lines about making her the happiest girl in the world, but even so, Rin looked delighted as she put her hand to my cheek and nodded. Still hand in hand, I turned so we were next to one another, and Rin leaned happily into my side.
帰ろっか。
I nodded and we set off back toward our apartment. As we walked, raindrops began to fall from the sky, staining the concrete street beneath.
雨。傘持ってきたらよかったね。
Apparently there's a job con going right now in VR chat. What? Excuse me? Why? What? Waiting to take our time, we walk through the rain at our usual
オ
speed.
ムライス温め直した方がいいか
I
な。
can heat that omelet up for you when we get in.
アクルのご飯は冷えても美味しいよ。
Redeem strawberry kiss. All right. Mwah. 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 Kisses for Blackheart. We do a cool down. Nah, we just chillin'. We chillin'. Excuse me. It was warm rain, the little droplets ushering in the start of a brand new season. Aww. Arasan placed a sparkling tiara atop Ren's golden braids and adjusted her veil. Then, after looking over her work with critical eyes, she flashed a satisfied
綺麗
smile.
にできてるでしょ。ありが
Aw,
とう。
cute! This is the dress I hated earlier, but I'm starting to like her now, so now she's pretty. Arasan had come over before the wedding to help with the hair and makeup. Rin smiled back at her in the mirror, beaming delightfully at her pretty updo. Her skin peeking through the open back of the dress shimmered with sparkly body lotion, and her grin widened as she admired it. I smiled as I watched her.
じゃあ私もそろそろ着替えないと。アクルもメイク直すでしょ。
Hitching up the hem of her dress, Ren stood from her chair and turned to face me. Arasan picked up her handbag and made to leave the room.
そうね。アイラさんもありがとう。いいえ。今日はレンの大切な日だ
Not at
よ。
all, today is your special day. She smiled at Ren. Ren's brows briefly drew together, but the furrow was quickly wiped away by a smile as she took Archon's hand. Okay, where is it? Where'd it go? I feel like I'm missing something. Am I high? No, I'm not high. I don't think I. There it is. There it is. There it is, you little fucker. There it is, you little fucker. Okay, have fun. Fun today.
きっといい式になる。
Yeah. Aha. I will. I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful wedding. Arasan smiled softly at Rin, then withdrew her hand, turned, and walked toward the door.
じゃあまた後で。
Couldn't find anyone else online to play blackjack with me, so we're doing chess. Feels like I got an ear infection too. Oh my goodness. If it makes you feel better, Blackheart's like amazing at chess. Catslops loves playing her so much. I felt like I was being tossed around in the wild seas of a busy wedding prep. As a staff member called me over to get my makeup fixed. Looking at the clock on the table, I saw that it was already after midway.
緊張してきた。
大丈夫よ。
アクルの方が緊張してるじゃん。
She smiled teasingly, leaning in toward me while taking care not to step on the train of my dress. In her high heels, she took my hand in hers and lovingly stroked my ring finger. I had the hideously cringe-inducing thought that while the indications of the hair tie had already long faded, the feelings that came with it would forever remain.
好きって言って。
Aww. I was taken back by the sudden forthright request, squeezing her hand in return. I forced my face not to crack into a
今
smile.
言ったって本当か嘘かわからないでしょ。
Tease the bitch. Ren let out an aggrieved cry. Beneath her pleading gaze, I tapped my index finger against my lips and spoke in a low tone.
誓いの言葉は後で。
じゃあ、私もまだ言わない。
She gripped my hand tightly, swallowing back the words she was on the verge of saying. I smiled at the firm set of her lips. After gazing into one another's eyes for a few seconds, the voice of the wedding planner interrupted
早
us.
星様、古舘様、そろそろご準備を。
The stained glass windows caught the light of the chandelier glittering like jewels. The plush red carpet of the aisles stood out vividly in the white space.
なんだかここにいるのが
It feels almost magical in here. Ah. That's my bad. It feels almost magical in here. Through my veil, I could see our guests watching us from their seats on the orderly rows. Oh my goodness, this is the worst. Clutching my boutique, I looked toward where my mother was sitting, and our eyes met. Seeing her dabbing her eyes with a handkerchief, I felt emotion well up in my own chest.
式あげてよかったな。
Standing close beside me, Ren looked nervously toward Corazon. Noticing her gaze, Corazon smiled slightly. Behind her, Arasan was watching us with a complicated expression. A short distance away, I caught Shino's eye. She
それ
waved
で
to me.
は誓いの言葉をお二人から述べさせていただきます。
The coordinator sent us the signal, and I slowly turned to face Rin, taking care not to step on my
早
dress.
星あくるさん。はい。古舘ラブさん。
Holding the page of vows given to me by the staff, I stood beside Rin, taking a deep breath as though to sync myself with her. I
今
looked
日
to
のこの
Rin.
日、私たち二人は皆様の立ち会いのもとで一生で一度の大切な誓いを交わします。これからたとえどんな困難が待ち受けていたとしても、私、早星あくるは生涯古舘ラブさんと共に幸せを感じ、愛し続けることを誓います。
私、古舘ラブは早星あくるさんを運命の人として生涯愛し 彼女の隣で共に人生を歩むことを誓います。
After reading out our vows, I picked up the pin atop the altar. Inside the oath, my hand trembling slightly. Then I looked to Ren. Ren added her signature, and then we held up the document to show to the guest. Their congratulation applause echoed through the hall.
嬉しいね。
Ren leaned in and whispered to me, and I smiled. The clapping pattered like rain, and I sighed deeply as I felt the tension leave my
それ
body.
では向き合っていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。これより永遠の愛を誓うウェディングキスを行っていただきます。
Her golden bangs fell over her perfectly sculpted eyebrows, and her brown eyes glittered under the chandelier. Her glossy lips were painted a brighter color than usual. I felt my heart start to pound.
かわいい。
Unable to speak, I simply gazed at her, putting my hand to her cheek. I started to lean in, but then stopped abruptly as my nerves overcame me.
失敗しても笑わないでよ。
While doing this in front of our parents and friends was already stressful enough, seeing Ren looking so gorgeous had my heart threatening to burst out of my chest. Yet Ren simply beamed at me.
失敗したらギューってしてあげる。
Her teasing words made my face relax into a smile, and I slowly closed my eyes. I heard Ren's breathing, and I leaned in toward the soft sound, bringing my lips to hers. God, I suck at chess. Oh my goodness, Arlo. Yes! Yes! Finally! There was a soft sensation and a small gasp, but it was too brief. Pursing my lips slightly, I went in for another kiss. Okay, good. When we slowly pulled apart, Rin looked up at me bashfully. Her smile was so sweet. It reminded me of when she first confessed her feelings to me.
嘘、本当？気づいてないんだ。
何が？
わかってよ。
あの時は宇宙人かと思うくらい意味のわからない子だと思ったけど、まさか結婚までするなんて思ってなかったけど。
I smiled at the woman beside me. This was a scene at some point I'd stopped even dreaming about, and to think that I was now sharing it with her.
ううん、なんでもない。
Strangely, I felt tears well up in my eyes as the waves of applause continued to wash over us. A single teardrop found its way out and trailed down my cheek to land on my pure white dress. Glancing toward Rin, I smiled softly. I was just thinking how happy I am.
幸せって思ったの。
After the ceremony and reception was in full swing, candles glowed on each of the tables, bathing the halls in a calm, romantic light.
これ食べちゃいけないんだよね。
お腹減ったならいいんじゃない？
Our seats at the head of the table were decorated with pink and white flowers, picked out by Ren. As the program of events progressed, plates of food piled up in front of us. Rin put a hand to her stomach and gazed slowly down at the pumpkin gazpacho, mackerel, aqua pizza, fluffy quint. That sounds good. Shit.
いや、ドレス苦しくなっちゃうじゃん。もう美味しそうなのに。
Same. You do not suck, Blackheart. Do not lie to the chat. Everyone knows you're good at it. Although I'm too stressed to actually have an appetite. I glanced over to the wedding planner just in time to see them, getting the friends' speeches underway. At their signal, Shino got to her feet from her seat, one of the closet closest tables, and leaned in toward the mic.
本日はお日柄もよく、皆さんにおかれましてはご健勝のこととお察しいたしますが、で、こんな感じで始めればいいのかな。もっと真剣にスピーチしてよ。真面目な話するの苦手だからな。
Laughter bubbled up through the venue, stretching up slightly to reach the microphone. Gino went on in her usual relaxed
思えば、
manner.
あーちゃんとの出会いは幼稚園の頃、日曜日の朝にやっているアニメのごっこ遊びをしてる時に、解釈違いで喧嘩をしたのが始まりでした。
Okay. Ooh. Man, that takes me back. As I listened, I recalled my memories of Sheena. Her speech progressed harmoniously. Sometimes her meandering tales seemed to lose the guest. Other times they laughed partly. Oh, Arasan looked exasperated by Shino's anecdote. Okay. But when I looked to Rin, she was smiling. Relieved, I looked back at Shino when she wrapped up her speech. A huge round of applause followed, and I added my own grateful clap to it. Shino glanced my way, small smile tugging at her lips. Then she raised one hand and directed it toward us, at the top of the table.
さて、これから新婦お二人の思い出を動画でご紹介させていただきます。こちらの動画はラブさんの学生時代の先輩、有働愛良さんと私で一緒に制作しました。
Yes.
ぜひ皆さんお楽しみください。
That's so sweet. I love when people do that. The video began with a transition that looked like something out of a Hollywood movie. Accompanied by Arasan's narration, photos of me and Rin as children appeared on the screen.
さすがしの動画の出来がプロ並み。よくも
ちっちゃい頃のアクルかわいい。歯が合わない。
Yeah, that sounds about right.
泣き顔かわいい。
One's embarrassed, the other one's like, you look fucking cute. Since she wanted it to be a surprise, I hadn't seen the video in advance. But she put so much effort into it, I felt more emotional than embarrassed. Rin's eyes sparkled with joy as the frames followed by.
成長していた二人。しかし、ここである事件が起こる。
As I was admiring Shino's production skills, the screen suddenly went black and subtitles appeared along with an over-the-top narration. A murmur went through the crowd as a tune I heard a million times before began to play.
待って、これは検証のちょっとアクル
Without thinking, I leaped to my feet, staring up at the screen, barely even paying attention to the train of my dress. My eyes were glued to the images crowding the screen. This is so such a me thing.
そう
God.
剣豪商い西陣織スプリングウェディングガチャの発売。いや
God
やばい
damn.
これシノの書き下ろし声かかわいい眉毛下げる笑い方が完全に解釈一致神シノ最高
I clutched my hands together as though praying to the anime gods. The illustration was even animated. Kojan looked right at me and
だってこの
smiled.
小平君イラストシノにもらおう
I've got to get the original. I clenched my fist almost in tears at her god tier skills, but the next instant I felt an icicle slither down my spine.
あくる
Feeling Rin's cold, quiet fury at my back, I timidly turned around. She was standing right behind me, one eyebrow raised and her cheeks puffed. Oh goodness. Behind her, I could see Shino and Archon grinning. What? Okay. Okay.
まさか
Did she put that in on purpose? I shuddered at my realization of their evil scheme, but before I could say anything, I staggered under the unexpected impact.
推しに浮気しないで
ちょっとレン
I used both hands to steadily hear as I reeled under the impact of her violent hug. The only sound was the jaunting music of Koinchon and all the other husbandos I'd ever stand gaze down on me from the screen. Oh goodness. This is the best day of her life. Oh, we did it. That's the game. Why is your arm sticking upwards? Laugh out loud. I don't know. Man, I don't know. Story of my life, man. Hold on, let me check. My arm is sticking upwards. I totally forgot it. I've been reading. Dude. Apologies. Oh, it's still doing it. God, I need to turn this right here. Is it this one? This one? It is this one. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Behave. Behave thyself. Or direct thyself.
健やかな時も約束だよずっと一緒だよ幸せ花束にして
1207.
ステップバイステップ二人で描いた未来歩もうどんなとこ世界で一番
Oh, that's so cute. What do you guys think of the game? So, like, I had a feeling I was gonna finish this tonight. So I was like, yay.
レンこれから
Aw,
も
that's so sweet.
よろしくね
Okay.
恋の物語はいつだって愛する二人が結ばれて永遠を誓い合って終わるでも私が小さい頃に憧れた恋の物語はずっと愛を誓い合わない二人の物語だったそれでもずっと一緒にいられる二人が少し羨ましくて
Aw.
でも私には大好きな女の子を前にしてだから何度だって伝えてみせるの
This is so sweet.
結婚してって
もうほんとは来るの浮気者
What? After the reception, Rin hung up my arm, still looking pouty. as we waited around to say farewells to our guest. I thought the game was over, fuck. She was supposed to be sulking, but I smiled at the usual softness of her grip.
だって推しは推しだもの。結婚したって推しを追うのはやめないわ。
You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. My husbandos are here to stay too. Even though some people think my lists are wrong. I'm not saying I'm not trying to drop any names, Panda.
ずるい。何も言えないじゃん。
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still a little bitter. I'm still a little saucy about what he said about my husbandos and my list. And like one of them he told me to get like higher standards. I was like, what? The disrespect. Oh, my damn internet is being dumb. Probably need to rest. I feel so sick, worse than I did with COVID. Oh no. Blackheart, take care of yourself. She looked at me slowly. Her brown eyes swam, and I could see my smiling face reflected in them.
まあ、レンは推しとは違う。特別だけど。
If you feel sick, we can try to finish chess quick, and then you get some rest. Hmm? Dude. She froze, her face a picture of shock. I tucked a strand of hair behind her ear and tried to play it
な
off.
んでもない。
あー、くるい。もう好き。あー、これ以上好きになったら死んじゃいそう。
Rin flung herself at me again. Her smiley face was as bright and beautiful as our boutiques, and I averted my eyes to try and calm my pounding heart.
さっきのもう一回言って。
Rin smiled bashfully up at me. This woman was so precious to me. I loved her deeply, and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. So I opened my mouth to tell her just that.
推しのラブより恋の
All right, that's the official game.
終わった。
We are done. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna try to finish chess quickly. Okay, so I've got some time left, and it's not. Let's see. And we already finished the game. Where's my mouse? Oh my god. I feel like I'm drunk when I try to look for this thing. Okay, there we go. Yep, so we got our pictures. Way cute, right? Yes. Alright, this one. Way cute. Aww. Alright, apparently there's way more. Oh, there's more pictures. Okay, here we go. Aw. The judging face.
推しのラブより恋のラブ。
What's going on?
ラブを話題。早星あくる役の猫村ゆきです。たった今収録終わりました。 がとうございます。前作終了時もこのボイスコメントを
He's
取
fucking
らせてもら
talking.
ったんですけ
Okay.
ど、あれからもう1年半くらい経って、それでこうしてね、また収録終わりましたのボイスコメントを取れるのすごい嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。推しのラブより恋のラブ、ラブオアダイ。この作品が生まれたのは、今これを聞いてくれてるあなたがたくさん応援してくださったおかげです。本当にありがとうございます。これを聞いているのはクリア後ということで、アクルとレンの新しい恋の様子いかがでしたか？私はですね、控えめに言って最高だったと思います。
That was like going on forever. It's too long for me. Too long for me, Holmes.
皆さんこんにちは、古舘
Oh,
大
they're gonna
学の
talk.
北尾ゆきです。
Okay.
はい、錦篠役和尾桐香です。皆さん
Okay.
皆さんこんにちは、有働愛良役をやりまし
Gonna exit. Yep.
推しのラブより恋のラブ、ラブオアダイ。
Alright, so we beat the game. That was fun. Okay, so I was planning on just playing this game today, so I think I might end stream early today. Yeah. Like 12:15. Lies. Lies. What's lies? I didn't think I was gonna finish the game, but I did, surprisingly. Alright, exit out of here. Sure you wanna exit? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. We're leaving it right now. Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna raid someone because we're gonna end early because we finished the game. So who should I raid today? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's check Twitch. Okay. Let's see, let's see. Like, do any of you have anyone you want me to raid that's live right now? All right. Let's see. It's weird. I'm not seeing, like, hold on. Like, am I high? I don't think I'm high. Hold on. Am I drunk? I didn't drink that much. I can't be drunk. Like, I know certain people are online right now. The fuck? They're just not popping up on my recommendations, which is fucking weird. Alright, we're gonna go to... Ooh, he's online. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. I love him. He's not someone I normally raid, but I like him. And he's not like... He's usually just not fucking on when I'm doing this. He's always, like, in bed. Dude. Calm the fuck... Dude. Alright. Okay. Is he gonna pop up for me? There he is. There he is. There he is. I found him. I found him. I feel like a gangster. Okay, okay. So we're gonna raid Razzie. I adore him. He's a sweetie. Okay. Ready to raid. We're gonna raid him now.
Fueled on you for return. Oh boy.
I don't think I know. I kind of want to buy them for my Eevee, but holy crap! Strawberry, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How you doing? Jeez, that was
So many raids
so
today.
many. Yeah, holy crap! Hello. How was your stream? Hi, welcome in. I hope you had a wonderful stream and welcome Raiders. How are you all doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope everyone had a fun time over at Strawberry Stream. If you don't know who I am, my name is Razzie. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch, doing a Pokemon challenge with Kiram, playing Blaze Black 2 and Volt White 2. I hope you're all having a great day, and I hope you had a wonderful time over at Strawberry Stream. How you doing?
Agency sold me.
Gotta do this.
Force feed. Come on.
T. Boom, bam. There you go. It was fun. Hell yeah. What did you play today? Potions. No, wait. I want to buy the lemonade. I gotta get lemonade.
Why did they use return after with metronome?
Wait, did it really use return? But having to fight it
Power gem.
right now.
Yeah,
is a
having
no.
to fight this Leavanny is terrifying. His Leavanny was terrifying normally is the worst part.
That's true.
It's always been a terrifying Pokemon, but it's even worse in this. Now you use a fire type move.
Did it knock it out?
I use Sacred Fire. Yeah.
Oshirabu, waifus over husbandos. What? What the heck is that? I've never heard of that before.
Okay. Now he's sending out his Scyther. So, Princess, we can do this.
Got it. Go, go. Okay, I think like 5 lemonades should be enough.
I'm genuinely thankful I got this, Gabite.
Yeah. Imagine if you didn't have that on your team.
We both have pseudo legendaries.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't I love how we realize that now.
Yeah.
It's a Yuri game. Okay, got it.
Slash.
Fluffy Bun Bun 12, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you enjoyed chilling and vibing
What
and
the
partying with
fuck?
us in chat. How you doing? Slash,
Waifus
you're
over
Do I
Husbandos.
want Slash? Yeah, I can use Slash. On
wait. Who's learning Slash?
Gabite.
Be sure to save up, Razzie. Well, see, the thing is, AP, if I keep
And he has
losing,
a Parasect.
I'm gonna lose all of my money.
That's why I saved before the fight.
I feel like I should buy. I'm gonna do it. This is risky, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I have put his Parasect to sleep, so I'm gonna use its sleeping turns to heal up my Gabite.
Smart. Big brained. Let's go. Good. A little tired. Oh no. If you're tired, you should get yourself some more rest. Or
take my other recommendation and drink some coffee.
I was gonna say the lettuce water stuff. I'm gonna be so disappointed.
The lettuce water. If you're struggling to sleep, drink some lettuce water. You know, I still need to try that myself.
Yes. Wait, let's use leech seed. Oh, leech seed doesn't affect parasites.